Hey guys, welcome back to another Hardware Connects review. As you may recall, we've already taken a look at the hybrid full tower from NZXT, the Switch 810, that really surpassed our expectations, and there is no other chassis like this one. One of the major concerns the company received from consumers was the exterior coating, which not only made the case look plastic, but feel weak and toy-like. So NZXT got the hint and have released a special edition of the 810 that took care of that glossy exterior coating. The special edition case rings in at $179, just slightly higher than the original 810, with two color choices, the gunmetal gray and the matte black, which we have here. So the front and top plastic parts now have a nice matte black coating, no longer fingerprint magnet nor reflective. The metal side panels are also non-glossy but are slightly reflective, and there is an obvious color difference between the side panels and the plastic around. So the special edition of the 810 was really aimed at refining the chassis exterior without modifying the already innovative internals. So let's recap of what this hybrid chassis has to offer. For the front panel connectors, we have 4 USB ports, 2 of which are USB 3 ready and connect through an internal 20-pin cable. We have an SD card reader, audio jacks, reset, and an LED button that lights up the I/O panel at the back. And the power button is located separately at the top from the rest of the front panel connectors. Below that, we have 4 removable drive bays, along with a hot swap bay for 2.5-inch SSDs and regular drives as well. The front intake panel can easily be removed, has a built-in dust filter and spacing for the airflow, behind which dual fans can be installed with a single 140mm fan provided. And right at the bottom, a dual dust filter is located for the optional bottom intake fans. Taking a look at the top, we have this large ventilation cover that can be opened to allow for the air to exit, and it's also easily removable for installation of the fans. And since this chassis is heavily focused on water cooling, triple fans can be installed above the frame. Taking a look at the back, the large sizing of the chassis allows the rear exhaust fan to slide closer to the top panel, which could come in use depending on your cooling configuration. Then there's the I/O area, water cooling holes, 9 PCI slots, and a bottom mounted power supply with a removable dust filter. The side panel has a large window that shows off the internals. It's nice and clean, it fits in with the overall design. To get inside the case, 3 thumb screws must be removed, with the middle one to be loosened up and pushed down. And once inside the case, they've maintained the same black color scheme as on the original, without any modifications. At top right, we have 3 toolless optical bay mounts, along with the extra thumb screws to secure the optical bays at the back. Then we have the connections for the hot swap bay and the 2 removable hard drive cages at the bottom. On the other side, a very large CPU cutout is available to support multiple motherboards and CPU cooler backplate placements. Then many large rubber grommets to accommodate for pretty much any cable management. And looking at the back, we have plenty of cable tie notches which are spread around to tidy up any mess, and just under 1 inch of room to work with, but it really shouldn't be an issue. Another simple but a very clever tool to minimize hassle with cable management and all these fans is this fan hub that is powered up by 1 Molex connector and supports up to 7 fans. It is attached with Velcro, meaning positioning of this unit is not restricted. Alright, let's move to the front and check out these modular hard drive cages. They are removed by several thumb screws and slide out through the front, either of which can be installed individually, either to allow more direct airflow or utilizing the bottom portion for water cooling. A dual rad can be installed at the bottom after the removal of the hard drive mounting rails, and this is where the dust filter would be crucial. Now the hard drive cage itself is something unique because it incorporates a fan bracket that can be angled towards your internals, and each of the toolless brackets can be secured to the cage in case the system is in transport. And NZXT has listened to our feedback with regards to the brackets, and mounting SSDs now should not be a problem, as before there were some clearance issues. Since the case supports a 360mm rad at the top, there are 2 walls that must be removed first. Still quite a tedious process with many screws, but the back wall, which has all the front panel connectors running through it, it is still closed in, meaning you have to back up all the cables in order to remove it. We wish NZXT would have made it easier to work that one out. And as part of the accessories, NZXT includes a braided 8-pin extension just in case you need that extra reach. And assembling the system into the special edition 810 wasn't any different than the original. Our ATX motherboard looks tiny in this large interior, a good sign for water cooling enthusiasts. Graphics cards in length of 14 inches are supported with the cage installed, so really this monster can do it all and cleans up nicely as well. So to wrap this up, the special edition 810 was only a minor refinement to the original. The new paint job is welcomed and it does give off a better vibe in terms of quality, maybe because it no longer looks like it came from a toy store, and the matte black is just more elegant and practical to keep the chassis clean. The small revision to the drive brackets is also appreciated, meaning the company is listening to consumers' feedback and tries to deliver to what we want. Other amazing aspects of the chassis include airflow and water cooling capabilities, which are simply unmatched in this price range, and has no limits to what can be installed inside this beast, and just an outstanding cable management design that makes your life a heck of a lot easier during assembly. And since the main focus for the special edition has been on color, those who are picky about color may not appreciate the difference between the metal side panel and the plastic, as it's quite obvious. We do, however, feel that the special edition series is a bit of an overstatement, as releasing an identical chassis at different colors is something that should be available to all without having to pay the extra. Seeing that the negative outcry for the original 810 revolved mainly around the glossy coating, NZXT should have just released the extra two colors at the same price as the original. But overall, the Switch 810 still remains one of the best and most practical cases for enthusiasts, and deserves the damn innovative award. And that concludes our review for the special edition Switch 810 from NZXT. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next one.